Good evening to you, everyone. How are you? It's good to see you, and it is good to be seen by you. And I, the person being glad, doing the seeing and doing the actual seeing, am of course me, Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you live, loud and clear on a Tuesday evening. And I hope you're all having a good one. It looks like you guys are. You've been having some fun out there in the audience space, and I'm so happy for that. You know what else makes me happy, guys? It makes me happy when people join our little family around here. So if you haven't already, if you've been sitting on the fence, if you've been waiting for payday, it's like, well, look, I got some stuff I got to do first. There's some things going on, and I need to do those things before I do this. Now is the time. Wait no further, because tonight and every night, clicking the subscribe button and clicking the bell icon for notifications is 100% free. That's right. Free to you, from me to you. It's just a little something I like to do for the folks at home who are watching the show. So if you would please, if you could do that, that would be really awesome. And good evening to you, great old ones. Jorge Uribe, John Collins, Kevin, get back in that green room. Robert Phillips, that's right, Delve TV. That is what we do around here. So if you are recently subscribed or you're watching, you're on that bubble, you haven't quite wanted to hit the commit button just yet, you might be wondering what all this nonsense is. Well, 5 nights a week, folks, sometimes more, I like to bring you guys tabletop RPG goodness. Sometimes we do deep dives. Like last week, we had Paul Stormberg on, and we looked at the hidden history of the Temple of Elemental Evil and how it ties into all things Greyhawk. If you missed that, look, I'm going to be honest with you. It's 3 hours, but it's absolutely worth your time. Watch it in just take it in little bites. Sometimes, and that was also one of the times, because it was like the peanut butter and jelly, because we did a deep dive on a module, but with a guest. Sometimes we have guests on and we don't do deep dives of stuff. We talk about things that they want to talk about. Other times it's just kind of catching up. It's just kind of kicking back and having a good time with you guys, where I like to talk to you guys. But then there are nights like tonight, when we get together, we meaning myself and a group of awesome tabletop gamers that I'm going to introduce in just a few minutes. We get together and we play TTRPGs. Now, let me run something by you real quick. You probably are, there's 24 people right now, probably on various media, doing this thing. And you might say, oh, I get it, Bill. You're trying to build yourself. It's trying to be sort of a critical role kind of thing. Let me differentiate. Let me tell you where we take an off ramp from that super highway. Guys, nothing is rehearsed here. Okay. There are no table reads. There are no script writing sessions. There are no story arcs. There are no seasons. There is an adventure, and there are players playing it. 10 minutes into tonight, we could be rolling up new characters, and I'm having to start a new AD&D campaign because there's a TPK. All right. The dice decide what happens, not any preordained plan that we've worked out together. Okay. Everything is spontaneous. Everything is just as it should be. And we're doing it not just for your entertainment, but for your education. Because if you guys have a question, if you're curious about first edition AD&D, maybe you've never played it before, or alternately, maybe you have, and you're just a little keen to see how another DM does it, whatever your reason, ask a question in the chat and I will do my level best to answer it. If I don't answer your question, maybe it flew by in the chat. Maybe I just, for whatever reason, I didn't catch it. One of our players might, because they're pretty small. Paul Ravenskull, thank you very much. Thank you for the super. Paul, dropping a couple of Lincolns on me there. I appreciate that. Thank you. And by the way, what Paul just did, the super chat thing, let me just say right now, you don't have to super chat if you want a question answered, okay? This is not like, well, my members can ask me questions. I appreciate patrons, members, people who super chat. Everybody is welcome to ask a question. But if I miss it, one of my players might pick it up. And if my players don't answer it, guess what? Somebody out in the audience might, because folks, I have the smartest and the best looking audience of any 5-night-a-week classic TTRPG live stream show on YouTube, and I'll kill on that hill. So thank you. I'm like the Billy Mays of D&D. Well, hopefully I'll be on this earth a little bit longer than Mr. Mays, if that's the good Lord's plan. How did I get so good at speaking? Have you watched any of the show, Dave? I'm sorry, Thomas. Have you watched any of the show? Good. Good. Yes, Kevin, without that too. I don't know, man. It just, look, you can ask anybody that I talk to when I'm not on stream. Once I start, I can't shut up. I am the master of the Southern goodbye. If things wrap up at midnight, I'll be there till 3 a.m. saying, well, guess I better be getting on home. Oh, I remember now. There was one more thing, and then it's dawn. I will do that. Oh my God, Doc Flamingo with another another super. A sawbuck for calling it a pair of Lincolns and not a Hamilton. Seriously, screw that guy. Hey, whoa, let's not even get ancient political here, but I appreciate that. Now sell you this pen. Well, the pen is mightier. I'll leave you to puzzle that one out, Thomas. But anyway, I guys, really, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the supers. That is really, really awesome. You know what else is awesome? Tonight's sponsor, and that's me. Guys, if you want to pick up some merch, there's a link to our merch below. And if you are an avid fan of first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons and you play a lot, reach out to me and ask about the CROM, Character Record Organization Manager. That's right. It is the most feature complete and feature rich software for handling all of your first edition AD&D character needs. And a big update just went out. So if you've purchased, or not, it's going out tomorrow. If you've purchased CROM, then tomorrow, keep your eyes peeled in email, social media, what have you. I will be pushing out an update for CROM. And if you're curious what CROM is, it is, as I said, it is a character creation tool, not just creation, but character management for first edition AD&D. And it is the best. It is simply the best one. It is the best thing to happen to character creation for first edition since 4 6-sided dice, a pencil, and a piece of paper. Check it out. If you're curious, reach out to me on social media. All my links can be found below. All right, guys, that's enough blather for me. Let's let other people blather. I'm going to don my +1 AKG headphones of listening, and I'm going to bring in my super cool group of first edition AD&D superstars. Our first player has a YouTube channel that you guys absolutely should check out. If you want to know about physics, pop culture, current events, tabletop RPGs, and I must say, he has some damn handsome guests on from time to time. You should definitely scope his channel out. This is, of course, Tim M. Holt, and you can find him at Timothy M. Holt here on YouTube, playing Elminar, the magic user. Tim, good evening.
Yo, good evening, everyone.
All righty, and next up we have the latest miscreant we have drafted into our army of absolute misfits, slaying and playing right here on the channel. I don't think he has a YouTube channel, but that's just fine. We love him just the same. Everybody, please welcome Gonzalo as Paul the Fighter.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Oh, good.
You are 5 by 5, as they say. And speaking of people who have cool YouTube channels, one you should absolutely check out is at D&Disability. That is run by Mr. Thane Kyle. History, TTRPG stuff from time to time, and all sorts of cool things. Everybody, please welcome DK as Holder the Cleric.
Hello. This week's actually a 2-for-1 special. Since
Woohoo!
I didn't release the video while I was on vacation, I'm releasing parts 1 and 2 of the Greek world this week. So we cover everything from the birth of the Greeks all through Marathon, Thermopylae, and the First World War.
That sounds fascinating. I love a good history video. I love a good history video. And hands up, who thought Thermopylae was a kind of primitive nuclear reactor when they were a kid? I did.
It is, actually.
Well, there you go. Thermopylae, it works. Did the Greeks have nuclear technology? No, they did not.
I wish.
They had computers, though. They had...
if an abacus is a computer, sure.
No, the Ankythera machine.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, and enough history, folks.
Nerds.
We have, for the here and now, we have a really solid guy. Love to have him here. And just like Tim, he is on our Friday night Gamma World game. Everybody say hello to Kevin as Don Drexel, the magic-using thief. Here's the thieving magic user. I'll let you guys decide. Kevin!
Hello! I did not achieve this position in life by having some snot-nosed punk leave my cheese out in the wind.
Alrighty, and last but not least, another YouTube star. This guy has a very, it is the meat and potatoes of D&D philosophy and mechanics. It's a growing channel that you should absolutely check out, at Doom Swords or Doom's Words. I like them both. Both sound cool. Everybody, please welcome Doom Sword Deathmaster as Durek Donagard. Dooms!
My reputation precedes me. Otherwise, I'd be late for all my appointments.
Alrighty. So, yes, that's it, Orbital Air, the Antikythera device.
I'm sorry, I wasn't that funny with my intro. I don't have a team of writers yet. I'm still putting that together. So
that's okay.
You might have noticed. Neither do I.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why you don't with what I'm paying you guys. You know what? It's clearly not enough. I'll double it.
Wait a second. We're being paid? No, wait, we're trapped. Please, help.
No,
please,
I just...
deposit.
Thane, relax, man. I just doubled your pay.
Zero.
You'd be better off running games for money.
I've tried. Trust me. All right. So last week, the party had finally gotten away from the wheel of cheese, as it were, and you had decided not to pursue the Yojimbo gambit that I laid before you, and instead taken a third way and carved a new smile into the belly of the ogre mage that had confronted you in your readout. Proceeding forward after taking a little bit longer to allow the wounded Don Drexel to rest for a bit, you found yourselves in a great gallery. As you went down the hall, a trap was sprung, a net fell upon you, and a horde of wolf-riding goblins came round the corner of the great cavern, charging towards you. Little did they suspect that Don Drexel would be ready with a fork of lightning, destroying most of them and the rest of you by puissant skill at arms, defeating the rest. You find yourselves now panting, wiping the sweat from your brow, tending to the few minor injuries that you have sustained. Gentlemen, what are your intentions now?
To escape from the penitentiary that I am stuck in. But no, just to recap, party, just so as I know, I've used 1 Cure Light Wounds and 1 Bless last time. Is that correct?
I hope you're not asking me to track your spells.
Well, I wasn't here, so I was just getting confirmation.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, because I believe it was during the confrontation with Blackthorn. You were in the back and you threw up a bless, and then I think Don Drexel was the recipient of a Cure Light Wound spell from you, because he was in the mix, wielding a scimitar.
Is anybody immediately bleeding?
I have taken 15. Paul.
Nice. Okay. Anybody else?
See to the wounded. We have them on their back foot. Strike now.
Okay. And we had not rested long enough to regain 4th level spells. Is that correct?
Well, so I should bring you up to speed, because you guys were, of course, holed up for a while. And one of the things that Blackthorn told you prior to his demise at the end of Paul and Durek's weapons was that he had called the dogs off for a bit to allow you to breathe. He had said something about having a rival somewhere here in the dungeons that he wanted you to deal with. And so feeling that you should be tanned, rested, and ready, he had curtailed the patrols somewhat on your behalf. So you actually had a while to get rested up, and fair few random encounters beyond he and the Phantom that you had seen earlier. So you've actually had time, yes, to get those 4th level spells back.
And as a thank you, we killed him.
Yes.
I mean, that's typical party gratitude. Okay. Then I will shut up, and I'm just going to announce that I will cast my Cure Serious Wounds then on our fighting man.
Alrighty. I believe everything. I had such god awful technical issues. We have, other than this camera, we have 1 working camera tonight. So if you roll it and it doesn't show up, just tell me what you got, and we'll go with it. So
I don't think I have a link to the. Is that pinned somewhere? I'm sorry.
DD Dice.
Yeah.
Pinned in the Discord channel.
Okay.
It is pinned.
It is
That and
there.
the treasure sheet are the 2 things that you should probably always wanting to be having open.
Yeah, I have the character sheet open. I just didn't have the dice roller. What channel is it in the Discord server?
In the one we all chat in.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. 10 plus math. I'm posting it in chat now. There you go.
Well, it's just 10.
Okay.
So there you go. Oh, wait a second. Cure Serious Wounds.
I remember it being 2d8. I think it's 2d8 plus 1, but it always feels underwhelming to me.
Cure Serious Wounds is, yes, 2d8 plus 1. So that is 11 points back for Paul.
Thank you.
Paul receives 11 hit points back.
I'm nearly fully healed.
Fantastic. You fought valiantly, Paul, and you helped the others. I'm very proud of you.
I'm afraid I didn't strike much down, but at least we survived.
Oh, we did survive, and it is by the power of Fultus that we did so.
How many entrances do we have an idea of what the shape of the room is and the entrances and all that? I'm blanking on what the room looked like.
You're in a gallery that's about 80 feet long. Basically, it's a 20-foot wide, about 15 or 20-foot high tunnel. And at the end of it, it curves slightly to the north. And you have not been up that northward curve.
Gotcha.
Exactly. That's where Don Drexel had paused. And then because he didn't want to go out of the party's view, that's his leading methodology. So he had paused there, and then they came down the hall.
Do we need to camp? Do we need to stay where we are, or should we move? Should we make haste?
We must make haste. We must move.
Okay.
That is my opinion, at least.
I start grabbing up my gear, and I follow the paladin's lead.
We have them on their back foot. They are caught unawares.
Get him!
We must strike now.
We were following Monty's plan before, but it's patent now. It's over.
Well, all of this has been quite easy. Now, perhaps that's a trap, but I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it is a sign from the gods.
Frankly, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to mention something. Or I was going to ask something. Are you guys pausing to search the goblins at all?
What? No. What's the point of searching goblins?
And we can get them on the way back.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. So rounding the corner, this is a spacious natural chamber. It's approximately 70 feet in diameter and 25 feet high. There are tables, chairs, and sleeping mats everywhere. There's boxes of food. Some of them have watermarks for towns and villages all up and down the wild coast. So these goblins have probably been benefiting from the slavers' plunder more than just in the human traffic, human and demi-human trafficking. There are barrels of water. There are weapons, bows, and quivers of arrows hanging on the wall.
Do any of these products bear any emblems of known houses or anything like that we would recognize? Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few town tax stamps here and again. There's, a little village called Waterford that is far up on the northwest wild coast area that was wiped out by the slavers some time ago.
Okay.
That sort of thing.
It looks like plunder then.
Yeah, a lot of it does.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm looking at the thief.
All right, and I would also point out, let me get to the map here. I really should have. So in the northernmost end of this cave, along the northern wall, it's about 40 feet wide, you see a wooden frame has been built into the stone there, and it's got a door. On the left hand, or I guess it would be western wall, there's a very short, maybe 5 foot deep opening, and there is a closed iron portcullis there, in addition to all the other things that I just told you.
So there's a door and a portcullis.
Yes.
Are they on the same wall, opposite each other?
The portcullis is about 40 feet to the left and on the northwest curve of the cave wall. The door is on the northern end of the cave.
Okay. I mean, does anyone see anything worth investigating in this room, or should we just continue on?
I think we need
that
to.
is a cell.
I agree with the paladin. We need to sprint through this further.
Okay.
Indeed, unless that's a cell. I mean, maybe there is someone there in need of aid. However, we could come back.
We'll head on.
Let's go.
The door is the true egress, I would imagine.
Well,
Alrighty.
I was going to say, if we come to the portcullis first, does it look like people can see through the portcullis, or is it got a door or something behind it? Someone can see through the bars into where we are?
So someone can definitely see through the bars.
I'm looking at the thief and looking at that.
Yeah, is it steel or wood?
It's iron.
It's an iron portcullis.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna look through there, see if I could see anything in there, and listen while I'm doing it.
Alrighty.
Shh, be very, very quiet.
Be very, very quiet.
Hey, you see anything?
Not really how we work.
Ing.
There's nobody here.
Okay, what is your hear noise, Kevin?
It's 30%.
30%. Yeah, no, the clink of armor and even the quiet chatter amongst your friends is just it's not allowing you to hear very well here.
Okay, but can I see anything in there? Or
the tunnel, secret
Okay, so it's not a
tunnel, secret tunnel. Yeah, it's a natural tunnel. Let me
Hey, this portcullis is just painted on the wall.
in the distance you hear a faint meep meep.
If it says Acme on it, do not trust it.
All right, so yeah, this tunnel goes in about 10 feet and then takes a sharp turn to the southwest.
all right, I'll let them know that it's also an exit, or likely an exit. Above
what
it,
do you
it
think?
says
Where
exit
is the-
to Alpha Complex.
where is the mechanism to open it? Is there one?
Yeah, I'm gonna search and find traps or
I mean, it might just be a lever on the wall in there.
Is
Yeah,
there
that's what
is
I'm
there a
wondering.
lever?
There is not a lever, but also there is a hasp that is bolted into the wall, and it is through a shackle on the portcullis, and there's a large iron padlock on that shackle.
Okay, so it's probably just liftable, but it's blocked. Okay.
Yeah.
Can
and I would
check
think
for?
that this. Go ahead.
Do you want to go through this or the door? This immediately
I
turns.
think the door is more
out of view.
promising.
Okay.
In my opinion, this is probably the secret entrance and exit from the entirety of the complex.
Okay. Let's move over to the door then, and we'll come back to look at this later.
Is that good with everyone?
Yes.
No
Speed
complaints.
dungeon.
What do we think about violence here? I only ask because I could cast prayer.
We're killing
we're-
everything.
We're always in
Everything
support of violence.
I mean, how immediate is it? Because if we don't think it's going to be a few minutes away, I could start chanting.
Let me listen
Well,
at the door, Bill, just to
there you
see
go.
if we hear anything beyond
Alrighty, and it's 30, you say?
30. Yeah. 25 plus 5.
All right. Okay, calling for quiet, you press your ear against the door and you hear it's very faint. So it sounds like it's pretty far from the door, but you hear the occasional faint low growl.
Okay. I'll let the group know that. I'm hearing growls kind of far away.
Prayer, not bless then. Okay.
Indeed.
I'll
Let's
cast
get
prayer.
ready. Paul,
Is it
you open
locked
the
or
door.
does it have a lock?
Let's see.
Well, like Thomas suggested in the chat, just jiggle the handle and find out.
Yeah.
It is
Ouch,
not
that-
locked. It is just a pull handle. It's your standard, very heavy bronze wood door bound with iron.
All right, I'll ask Dooms and Paul, do you want me to check for traps or are we just going?
I mean,
Well.
you might as well, unless we want to just keep running through. And I mean, how long will it take? How much time does it add to
It's
things?
like, what is it, 10 minutes, Bill? The standard.
Yeah, traps. Well, no, a trap search is around. A trap search is around.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
easy then. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's like
I agree
it's
with
like a
Paul. I
secret
agree
door.
with
Look.
you, Don Drexel.
All right.
Joe, basically the first bit I was summing up last week's game, and the party has searched a combination ready room and living quarters for the goblin wolf riders that the party had encountered last week. Okay, so opening the door, If it was Paul opening the door, then he opened the door. Congratulations, Paul.
Okay.
All right.
Dungeon.
Yes. So let me see here. Like I said, I had lots of super fun time with camera issues today. So let's see if this is working. Is everyone seeing a camera on screen?
Yes.
Beautiful.
All right.
It looks great. Actually.
Okay, great. All right. So you enter the hallway. That's a little zoomed in for what you guys are going to be able to see. So let me let me adjust that real quick, guys. But
which one's Paul?
Let's see.
The one that's no longer bleeding.
Paul is in the blue on the right.
Thanks.
One more question:
Yes.
Is this actually 10 feet wide?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It is. It is 10 feet wide. You may thank scale creep in miniatures for me not actually being able to put 3 minis abreast. All right, hang on a second.
So
Odd Scimitar, we are playing Dungeon Module A2, the Secret of the Slavers Stockade.
Is scope creep or what creep did you say there?
Scale creep.
Scale creep. So you're talking about miniatures being bigger than the scale they're supposed to be, or at least
yeah.
Okay. Exactly. Briefly, what most companies sell now that are allegedly 28 millimeters are 32 to 35 millimeters.
Yep, I have a bunch of Grenadiers from the 70s, so yes.
Yes, and those are true 28 millimeter
That's
miniatures. Right. All right. Pardon me 1 second.
The Julie Guthrie Grenadiers, those were perfect. Like from what 83 to
which sets
87.
Is what sets did they do?
Well, she always just carved Guthrie on the bottom, and she just did individual characters. It wasn't box sets or anything like that. But they were fantastic. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure, almost 100%, that thief in front, Don Drexel's mini, is a Guthrie Grenadier that I myself painted. It might have been on Ralpartha, but I don't think so. She was really well known for putting all the ropes and belt pouches and backpacks and all the stuff in exquisite detail on the characters.
Yeah, those Grenadiers were pretty amazing. I mean, I like them better than just even modern stuff, really. Like the oversized weapons and stuff. It's hard for me to get with that stuff.
Yeah, that's all jackassery. I hate that.
Yeah.
Exactly. And see, those Grenadiers were 25 millimeter, and then what was really cool about that, like when I was a kid, is I could actually measure them with a measuring tape. And kind of determine their height. They were really accurate. And then I think it was Reaper that came with the 28. And now you got stuff that's.
I'm gonna be honest with you here. I was a pretty high functioning nerd as a kid, so I didn't measure my miniatures. I went on dates and stuff. So I'm just trying to be honest with you here.
Oh,
with the miniatures? You want to dates with the miniatures?
Oh man, that hurts.
Dude, that don't bother me one bit.
It's all.
I'll tell you
Yeah, it
what.
doesn't bother me either.
Yeah, I beat the nerds up because I was an alpha ass kicking nerd, which is weird. I guess it's the metalhead.
I'm sorry.
My best friend grew up in the hometown where they produced those, and they would be able to go in there and just get their shirt, pull it out, and fill their shirt with minis, right? They had bins. You just go back there, pick them, throw them in your shirt.
Right.
And they would say, that's $13. And it was like 40 minis. I was like, man,
the good old days.
you lucky jerks.
Why? Yang?
I will. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just Yang in the comments. I'm asking why.
I will say I love the old Decree Spieler, etc. from like a historical perspective. I love historical minis, right? Like old Renaissance style minis, that kind of thing. And you can still get those kind of models today, but from a painting perspective, as a blind person, which is an extreme minority here, right? There aren't many blind guys that paint, let alone minis. Painting the larger ones is nicer, but I still can't make out the details either way. So when it comes to the really fine detail work, I always give them to somebody else. Like, the extra few millimeters, it helps, but man, it doesn't help that much.
Well, I'll tell you.
Hold on. No, Yang, we don't give Bill any ideas with zombie beholders.
Are we allowed to ban or mute people in the chat?
Yang's all right. He's just being
Mostly.
trouble. You could come into the Friday session and say, I wonder if there's a warbot nearby.
That's right.
Right?
No, I am in a game with someone who's in the channel here on Friday nights. That's why I'm not here for Gamma World Night. Okay, enough talking. Let's kill stuff.
Indeed.
Back to the table.
All right, back to the table, Bill. So we'll return control to the Ninja Master.
As you move down the hall towards the, you can see at the end of it there is a door. As you're walking forward, you hear the growling and snarling of wolf-like creatures, and you see them step out of two niches to the left and the right. They do not attack you. They are wargs. They are snarling. They sniff the air, and they both throw their heads back, and they begin to howl and bay.
I charge.
All right.
These aren't those explosion dogs, right? These are just alarm dogs.
I wasn't going to make them explosion dogs, but now that you bring it up.
It's like you guys have never played before. What are you doing with the explosion dogs?
Yeah.
All right.
Ask Eric Mona.
Paul is charging with a capital C. Dooms, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm charging the other one.
All right. So you have prayer up. I'm sorry. Yes, prayer.
Yeah, it would have gone up before we opened the door.
Yes. And Tim, how about Elminar? What's he going to be doing?
Elminar is going to stand back and let them attack this round and go,
All right.
"Hello, nice doggy."
All right.
He's going to try to distract them.
So I have to do this joke. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Ow!
Ow-hoo.
Ow! Werewolves of London. All right.
Yeah. I knew that was coming.
Send lawyers, guns, and money.
You can see it coming. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yep.
Dad, get me out of this.
Yeah.
That was on my playlist today as I was building the dungeon. All right. So, Kevin, what about Don Drexel? What is he doing?
I'm going to stay back so those two could get in front of me. I don't want to block them.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and roll initiative, even though the charges attacks will go first. And we'll just start at the top of the rotation. Tim, roll initiative for the party because you're sitting in the catbird seat tonight. I got a 5.
I got a 6. Take that, sir.
Dang. All right. So let me move the miniatures up there. One moment.
Oh, wave of mutilation. That's mean. Funny, but mean.
I'm sorry, Dooms. I shouldn't have cracked that joke on you. I apologize.
Oh, no, man. No apologies. No apologies. You just made yourself fair game.
I'm just afraid. I'm just afraid now that I know you're. I actually was. I mean, I got dates, but I was a drama nerd. So just to be fair,
Yeah.
it wasn't like I was.
I know you are.
Oh,
No, I know he was. I recognize one when I see one. You know. To be fair, what I was talking about with the miniatures was when I was like 10 years old. Man,
I
like
got you.
I was dating at 10 years old.
I wasn't smart enough to be that nerdy that young.
Be very careful how you state that,
I was lucky.
Kevin.
Yeah, I'm going to sidestep this entire conversation and say,
Yeah.
please don't turn us into Purina whatever Chow.
Oh, Tarask Chow. Yeah. A Tarascan power armor attacks you. All right, guys. So
I appreciate it, Gonzalo, but it's totally unnecessary. It's totally cool.
All right.
Okay. So you guys are attacking at +2 as you move into the fray.
Right, and +1 for the prayer.
Yes.
Who's going?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I just figured we go down.
I rolled 2. I didn't mean to. Neither one of them hit, though. I don't think.
+1 for prayer, +2 for your strength, plus 2 for your sword, +2 for your charge. You absolutely hit, and this is a large creature.
Okay. And
I'm not even sure you needed to roll to hit with all those pluses.
Right? He got on the plus bus.
Longsword is 1 day plus my strength bonus, right?
1 die 12 plus your strength bonus.
Okay, well, it's sorry
against large, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, these are large creatures.
Nice.
Maxed out. Look at that. All right, you do the thing where you put the pointy end into the bad guy. So let's see. You're on the right, so you did 12. Your strength is +3,
+5, I think.
But plus, good God, why did
1897 strength? Isn't that +5?
Yes, that is. So,
Nice.
So yeah, 12, 17 +2 for your sword, or is it a +1?
No, it's +1.
+1. All right. Yeah, you do a grievous wound to this thing. It's like snapping at you, but it is impaled on your sword. Dooms, go ahead and roll your attack, please.
Look at that.
Well, the dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
I'm worried about it.
You know. All right. So the warg that is trying to bite Gonzalo just to make the hurting stop. 17, you do not get shield bonus for your charge. However, you are close to the paladin, so it balances out. He is a 4 hit die creature. Well, he is better than that.
I think prayer gives them -1 also.
It does. So so that becomes a 16 and
armor class 2.
Armor class 2. So overall 16. And in case you guys are wondering, is Bill using Thaco? No, we have charts. We have attack matrices. And
Bill is an absolute first edition purist.
Absolutely. All right. So yes, he locks his jaws onto you and rends you in his near death agony for 3 points of damage. Dooms,
bring it. All right.
He brought it. All right. He ducks under your sword and clamps down on your thigh and rips and tears for 4 points of damage.
Is that all you got, her?
Just about a scratch.
Okay.
Does the howling stop when they're biting?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was hoping for. Just getting in there is the deal.
Okay. Next up. So Tim, is Elminar doing anything, or is he just watching the fighters fight?
I'm shadowboxing, saying get him.
Okay. Yeah. Give him a left and another left and a little right. I'm guessing Paul is going to continue to insert sword into Wolf. You're muted if you're talking, Paul.
I'm sorry. Nope. Yes, I am. I apologize.
All right.
I was reading
Hold, not to make fun. Hang on, don't be rolling dice yet. But I'm guessing Holder is kind of back there doing one of these with his watching through his fingers.
Like, pretty much, yeah. I feel less sympathy for the wargs at this point. They're not really. They have chosen they've chosen violence, and I have no means of stopping it.
Yeah. Normal wolves, you might feel like, well, these are, the gods created it. Yeah, no, wargs are from hell.
Well, that and they have enough sentience to make this choice. Like this is an honest choice. They don't have to be trained to do this. No, I don't see a reason to cast anything or anything else.
Okay, Kevin, how about Don Drexel?
Yeah, I'm not casting this round, but I don't have another way to attack that wouldn't take a chance of pinging one of these guys in the back of the head. So,
well, I mean, it's broad enough. You could step up and you could melee.
Oh, can I move in there?
Yeah.
Okay, 10 feet, so 3 by 3 by 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, then that's what I'm going to do.
All right, so you'll You're close enough that you can step up and melee in this round. So that is what you're doing. And Dooms, I'm guessing you're not resting on your laurels in this round.
No, sir.
All right, Paul, roll initiative for us, and that's going to be a D6. The party will go first once again. So we will start then with Paul.
All right.
17. That will hit. You need not roll. It kills the wolf outright. Let's go over to Kevin.
All right. Don't tell the DM I'm using Thaco.
Me too, bro.
Okay.
Kevin's experienced technical. I'm sorry.
Why does the session keep dropping you? I don't know what's with that.
It's a mystery.
Oh, I got a 6.
A 6. That will
and that's
not
with
hit.
Magic.
All right,
At
Dooms?
least you know what armor class that hit.
Yes, I do. And it's over 10.
Look, 1, then 2.
And that will miss. 1, 2, 3. You guys are slowly geometrically getting better at swinging at the wolf. However, the wolf will bite and miss this time, as it is now trying to attack the squishy other person who's run up and swung the scimitar at them. Jorge asked, could I show how to use the attack matrices? It's really, really simple. You locate the number of hit dice they have, and you look down at the armor class they're trying to hit, and you compare your D20 roll to that. In the case of repeating 20s, you have to count, does the monster have a magic weapon? Are they blessed? So on and etc. Those all stack into repeating 20s. If a monster has a plus to its hit dice, like if it's 4 + 1, that is, you roll 4d8 and add 1 to the total to determine its hit points, you treat it as a 5 hit die monster. Anything that's got an exceptionally large amount, Juju zombies in the Monster Manual 2 are like 4 + 12 hit dice. You would treat them as 2 entire hit dice better when they attack. You treat them as a 6 hit die monster for purposes of attack. So that's how you do that. So all that went down. Wolf missed. New round. Same. I'm guessing we're not changing any tactics here.
Kill.
All right. Yep. Control Alt Kill. Paul, I don't think you went. Or did you?
We haven't rolled initiative. I think we have to roll initiative again.
Oh, right. But did you attack? Oh yeah, you killed your wolf.
Oh yeah, I killed mine. Okay, I'm doing all the work here. I don't know what else doing.
Let's roll initiative, and actually, Thane, it is your turn, please. D6.
Yavel. I need to reset my dice. I'm using these god awful yellow ones. But y'all
look, 5 and 6 and 5. Every initiative has been 5 and 6 and 5 and 6 and 5 and 6.
Don't complain about the yellow ones, man. They just
all right. Well, it's working for you guys. Okay.
Don't hit us with those negative waves, man.
Party will attack first. Go ahead. That will hit.
Nice.
Look at the hits on that one.
10.
All right, yeah, you do it a grievous wound. Kevin?
All right. +3 on this attack. 17.
Nice.
That will hit. This is a large creature, so remember, attack it with a large hit die.
Right. It's the same in my case, which is a real bummer. Okay, and that's +2. Okay. And it's 4 points of damage.
All right, so Dooms, it's over to you.
Yes.
That will hit.
All right. That's a little bit better. Let's see how this damage roll sucketh. Not too bad. 6.
All right. You let's see. So to take in 4 and 10 is 14 and 6. It's still up. It lunges at you again, Dooms, and misses.
All right.
Last round pays all. Everybody still attacking?
Yes.
All righty. Let's roll initiative, and we are to I think it's Dooms. It's your turn.
Nice.
If I roll a 5,
Well, you can't beat it.
I know, but if I roll a 5, we're going to clip this and send it to the DD Dice people. A 4, darn close. Party goes first. Doom's you're closest to it. We'll start with you.
Oh, hey, that's nice. Thank you.
I'm a nice person.
AC 4.
AC 4 will hit.
Wow.
Nice.
And yeah,
11.
you sever its head. It is no more. All right, so
Well done, Paul, Don Drexel.
Hopefully they didn't hear anything, and I look at the thief and then look at the door ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to run up and listen at the door and see if I can hear anything.
okay. Now you do have the 2 kennels to either side, but there's nothing in them but some poop.
Let's collect that.
All right. I'm going to readjust the camera because I only have the one camera. The cameras themselves, by the way, are fine. I plugged them into multiple other computers. It's this thing. So anybody that wants to super chat me enough to buy a new streaming PC, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Hang on a second, guys. I'll be right back.
So am I getting to, like telling everybody what to do, giving looks and stuff, or?
Hell no, man.
Okay.
That's the job.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I like the assertiveness. It keeps
I'm trying to be more spell conservative because I'm always the person.
Right.
Oh, no. I totally get it.
What you're not doing well is you're not making fun of Bill while he doesn't have his headset on.
that is true. That is true.
What the?
Well, he can't hear us,
It's
so
true.
we can say anything we want.
Yeah, he has to review his footage.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Going back to the whole nerd discussion earlier, I was the kind of nerd that learned to play with swords to avoid having to deal with people bullying me.
I
mean, that sounds fun.
I just use lighter fluid.
That's fair. Well, it just
really
means
well.
I can pick. It just means I can pick up anything: a stick, a lead pipe, my cane.
It's true.
It didn't really matter.
I went the other way. I was the ROTC nerd that joined the army and wound up with all these like infantry school graduation certificates that now hang right next to my PhD in physics. So.
Hey,
Takes much as effort and
I'd like
energy.
to
Plus,
think
you
that-
put your life on the line for that stuff. So
They
It's
had
the 90s. We didn't really do that.
in the Renaissance Festival that we had. They had a like the SCA, right? I think it's the Society for Creative Anachronism would do
yeah.
would do these fights, and they got the brilliant idea one year of letting people get in the ring with each other with the padded weapons, like customers of the fair would get in the ring with each other,
like completely untrained people.
Oh yeah.
Yes, just people. They're padded weapons, but just people. And I'm pretty sure my brother and I were the cause of the end of that.
When last story, I promise. When I was a kid, maybe 10 years old or so, I had just really begun my aggressive kind of HEMA training under Meyer and Lichtenhauer. I walked out into a field of LARP participants, just a bunch of people who are normally LARPing with a spear.
Lightning bolt.
It took over 12 of them to bring me down. It was just me and them. That was
He
it.
just didn't know the odds.
Don't tell me the odds.
Never tell me the odds.
It was great. Well, it's also the almighty power of a spear. People underestimate it.
So what's going on? I'm
awesome.
seeing dice rolling. What's going on?
Okay, guys. Here is Kevin, or rather, I should say Don Drexel. You are listening at the door. There are the aforementioned kennels. The party is just back here, close to the camera corner, and you are all keeping your eyes peeled while Kevin listens. So let's see. You do not hear anything on the other side of the door.
Okay.
Oh, just open it.
I'll let them know that there's nothing obvious. There's no hidden archers back there.
Any traps?
Oh.
I guess I could check for traps as well. 50%.
All right, take a round and search for traps.
Yeah.
The longer we
50%.
take, the faster my prayer runs out.
Okay.
Open the door. Open the door. Open the door.
You do not find any traps.
All right.
Okay.
I'll
I'm gonna
open
get out
it.
of the way. Let the professionals in the.
All right, Paul. Gonzalo, roll a d6 for your open doors check.
Alrighty.
A2, that is es suficiente. Just a minor camera adjustment coming here, and then we will open the door.
I gotta admit, I've never had a played a fighter with any kind of 18 anything strength before. Like I never got it. Having a +5 on damage is pretty sweet.
It's massive.
Welcome.
You guys should have +5 on damage. That is thoroughly good. You guys should get it.
It's basically human fighter master race.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's no way around that.
Right.
This paladin, you know, this is the first time I've ever played a fighter type with. I mean, he has a +1. He's only because of a sword. He's got a 12 strength. But I took the good stat and that wasn't charisma and put it into constitution. So that makes him a lot more hardy.
He's uncovering it. What will we see?
Something that we kill.
Or
I'm going to say that's a plural.
I miss playing Sir Outlier a lot. I really do. He had a
my half orc. Yeah, my half orc had a what do you have, an 1887?
Yeah,
and it was rolled out in the open, and
Paul has an 1897 strength, and before everybody accuses me of anything, I didn't roll him up. Bill rolled
exactly.
Bill gave this character to me. I did not roll him up.
And Outlier was only like an 1818 or something like that originally, but he got his hands on some gauntlets of ogre power, and that's what.
Oh, there you go.
That's what took it to 18 double lot.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oops, yep. I said a bad word. That's okay. He's gotten some money tonight.
Remember, if you can say it on The Simpsons, you can say it here.
Huh.
Remember the old chalkboard on The Simpsons? I don't think they do it anymore, but my favorite was when George Bush was president and Dick Cheney had the heart attack. Bart was writing, "I will not scare the vice president. I will not scare the vice president."
I think it's a scientifically proven fact that The Simpsons' last season that was more good than bad is season 9. Anything after that was more bad than good, and it's science.
Well, I mean, there's a point where there's nothing else to do. You've done everything, right?
When all them episodes was coming out, I was getting drunk and laid.
I can do 2 things at once.
All right. Okay, guys.
All right.
My next character is going to be Sir Osis of Liver.
That's
a lot of stuff.
Now you're understanding my character's
Oh my God! Are you looking at this?
Yeah, this is perfect.
This door opens onto a room of great size, over 60 feet long and 40 feet wide, dimly lit by your shining swords. The room has a 40-foot high vaulted ceiling with a balcony circling 3 sides on the south end of the room. There are several goblins up on the balcony and more on the main floor just in front of the door. This chamber appears to be a large workroom for an alchemist or physician, as there are many beakers, flasks, and retorts on the various tables and bookshelves and benches about the room. To either side of the doors is a stuffed owl on a pedestal. In the far end of the room are several cabinets and a workbench around which move more goblins. However, what catches the party's attention are the 2 tables in the center of the room, from one of which rises a strange caricature of a man, long and thin, with a horribly deformed mouth and a long clawed arm. It emits a brutal croaking sound, and the goblin sitting next to it sees the party, draws its sword, and cries a warning. Gentlemen, what are your intentions?
Is it safe to assume we have 3 rounds of prayer left?
Yes.
Okay, then.
What's the range on that?
60 radius.
Okay.
Yeah.
6-inch radius.
Yeah.
And that table is 2 tables?
That is the nearest table, yes, but there are 2 tables. This poor wretch that's rising from it is as I described.
Okay, so he's rising from out of it. So rising up above the table.
No, like climbing off of it,
Behind
like he was lying on it. He was lying on it, and then he's
climbing off in our direction.
Yes.
Is he on our side of the table then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll wait my turn.
Wave of mutilation. The prayer gives us certain attack bonuses.
Yeah.
I'm following the paladin's lead. I look at the paladin.
Close and end this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna magic missile.
All right.
That would be a great time for a fireball. That room looks big enough.
I was contemplating lightning bolt, but
okay. So Tim's magic missiling. Thane, you. I'm sorry. What is Don Drexel doing?
How tall is the ceiling here?
40 feet.
Okay. Yeah. I think I'll yell fireball.
Okay. Party. What do we think? Turn undead. I'm 98% positive this thing's a construct and not undead, but nonetheless.
Flesh or fantasy.
Indeed. Or I could try and blind it.
Fireball. Cook it.
Because would continual light provide a penalty for the goblins? I think we've discussed this before. Because it would be it would be a floodlight in their face. If anything,
you would have to hit the goblin in the face with it.
Yeah. Okay. What do we think, party? They're pretty much the only two things I can do.
Well, I think we're both holding for spells. I mean, if I understood the paladin's direction.
You just heard you just heard Kevin.
Oh, you're closing.
Yes.
You're going to close right.
What does that mean? Charge or charging?
No, we can't charge. All we can do is close into melee, and provided that it's a close action, we're in full defensive mode, so we don't receive an attack while we get into his melee range, if that's correct. So.
Yeah, but if there's going to be a fireball dooms, you might not want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, Paul will reach out.
Right, but I'm not talking to you guys. You know what I mean?
No, I just want to point out, Dooms. I just want to point out that Don Drexel yelled fireball. You did hear that. I'm not going to play semantic games on this. I'm just letting you know that he did yell fireball.
Very well.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So 3
segments.
I
missed that. Apologize.
No one questions your bravery, but don't throw your life away.
Certainly not.
Yeah.
We hold the gap.
Don't be stupid.
Tim, what are you magic missiling?
I'm gonna wait for the fireball to go off and see what's left standing.
All right, so you're not magic missiling in this round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll wait.
All right, so
gotta wait for the nuke to detonate.
Yes.
Actually, DM, I'm gonna try a perfunctory turn undead. I don't think it'll do anything, but just in case.
Can't hurt.
Sure.
It's free.
It's free.
Where are you detonating your fireball?
So
Understand.
I'm gonna detonate it. As I understand it, right between those stairs is an opening going to some jackass behind a desk, right, or sarcophagus or whatever that is back there.
Let's see. Hang on. I just want to make sure that I have the. Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to cast it to where it is behind you. Well, you see that there's a tile there that's kind of lifted on the right-hand side? Just north or towards the party, right there.
Right there.
At the south or towards the guy on that square.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Alrighty. So that is where you're setting it off. Who was our last person? Oh, Kevin, look at that. It's your turn to roll initiative.
Oh, man, this is the worst. Everybody else has been rolling so well.
That's right, so don't mess it up.
So don't roll badly. That's easy solution.
Yeah, I got a 4.
A 4.
Yes.
Okay,
I got a
still
2.
win.
All right. Your spell will go off in the 5th segment, Kevin.
Okay.
So let's see. The construct shuffles around. I need to see exactly what it is. It does not heed your turn.
Yeah, I figured, but
Okay.
Worth a shot.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm looking for its stats. Come on. Construct.
By the way, I have embedded the DD dice link in my character sheet, so I won't be. I shouldn't be.
Very nice.
That reminds me, I'm going to take this opportunity and swap out my dice.
How do you do that?
I can't stand this.
Well, if you're lucky, you end up rolling dice that aren't in your dice tray.
Yeah.
That's actually happened to me a couple times.
I kind of like the yellow ones. I've been doing pretty well with those. Dishing out 17 damage and 1 attack is.
All right. Hang on.
Lucky die. I'm trying to get a look at that thing. So, what can we discuss what we think is going on? Are we allowed to do that out of character?
Yeah, absolutely.
What do we think that thing is?
It's a flesh golem.
It's a flesh golem.
A flesh golem. Okay. I've never encountered one.
Our characters don't know about it, but it doesn't mean we don't.
If I remember correctly, in the monster manual, they basically look like Frankenstein.
Yes. That's effectively what it is.
And soon it's going to look like a crispy Frankenstein.
I assume it's going to be immune to your spell.
It may be. And they hit hard, by the way. They're pretty dangerous.
I'm not sure opening this door was the right thing.
That's how we felt for the entire module. Or at least that's how I felt for the entire module.
This may have been a mistake.
I don't think so.
All right. So, Kevin, I rolled a 2. You guys rolled a 4, correct?
Yep. That's correct.
All right. So that's 5. The good news is your magic missile goes off. Your fireball goes off. The bad news is you are struck by 2 magic missiles as you are releasing it. So,
okay. Yeah, they heard me say fireball and said, "Oh shit."
Yeah, basically. So you take 7 points of damage from a magic missile spell cast from the far end of the room. Your fireball detonates here. Basically, you've got some goblins on the floor. You've got some goblins up here. 2 inches diameter. I'm going to step around and hopefully I will have enough headphone cable to be able to hear you. And I want you to tell me exactly where you are detonating your 2-inch diameter sphere.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the spell says 33,000 cubic feet, so that's about half the size of this room. But we'll do it however you want. Just to the left of that, Bill. Yep, that's where I'm planning to do it. Yeah, right there.
Okay. Alrighty, just so we're on the all on the same sheet of music. So fireball. Area of effect, a 2-inch radius.
That's right.
Not diameter,
So
2-inch
40 feet.
radius sphere.
Yeah.
So yeah, it will be 2 inches in each direction. So 20 feet in each direction. You're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 5. I'm not gonna bother rolling for the goblins. I will roll for the poor bastard that you just hit. So let's go. Let me see. A 3. Kevin, roll your damage.
Okay, 76.
Ouch.
20, which is lousy for that, but it's 20.
Okay, well, he didn't save for half. So, let me see. Come on.
You mean the abomination shuffling towards us is what you're talking about?
Yes, I'm trying to figure out what the abomination stats are.
Anybody bring some barbecue sauce?
Yeah, if you're a cannibal. Cannibal the Musical.
Gosh, it is just not saying what that thing is. I'm just gonna say that you roast it. It kind of, moans something that if you had the ability to understand it, would be screeching. It hurts, and then it falls over dead. Many of the goblins are dead. Next round.
Excellent.
I'm certainly glad I wasn't in there for that.
Yeah.
Who's still standing?
All right, who's not dead? Sound off. There are likely some goblins still up on the balcony. I will remove miniatures to clarify.
I want to see if I can tell where the magic missile came from, if possible.
It's that blue guy in the back.
And the man in the back said everyone attacked and turned into a ballroom blitz.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah. Let's.
Can I tell who the spellcaster was? Do I have anything that would tell me that about the person?
Not really.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay. Do I know if I can get do I get multiple attacks against goblins?
Yes,
I do.
will.
Okay. All right. I'm going to. I mean, are we declaring now or?
Yes, we're just doing declarations for the new round.
All right. I'm gonna charge at the 2. Can I place myself between the 2 on the right and take care of both of them if I hit?
You cannot charge. It has been less than a turn since your last charge.
Can I move? Am I within 10 feet of the first one?
Yes, you are.
I'll move and attack him.
Alrighty. So that was Gonzalo. All right. Oh, I've lost my labels. What happened there? All right.
Don't label me.
So Tim, how about Elminar? What is Elminar doing?
I'm gonna magic missile something.
You're gonna magic missile. There are goblins aplenty. Would you like to magic missile some goblins?
Absolutely.
All right, magic missile some goblins. All right. How about Holder? Holder's still a praying?
Frankly, I don't see anything I need to do here. Okay, there was a magic missile that came from like way back in the pack, right?
So, yeah, somewhere way back there.
Just for conservative sake, I'm gonna drop a silence back there.
All right. Cylon's 15.
I have silence 15-foot radius. Yeah.
All right. By your command. Okay. How about Kevin, Don Drexel?
Yeah, magic missiling that guy in the back.
Okay.
Well, can I get there? Hold on.
Yes, it is. It is 50 feet plus 1 per level.
Okay, so I can get there then. No problem.
I have a range of 120 feet on the silence. So,
right. And last but not least, How about Durek Donagard? You're muted, Dooms.
We hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Oh yeah. Well, I thought you said I was muted. Yeah.
You were for a minute.
Oh yeah, and I didn't even press anything. That's weird. Yeah, I'm gonna go around that corner to my left and engage those guys.
All right, so you're moving this round. Gonzalo's moving this round. We have a silent spell going off. We have some magic missiles going out to goblins. And I'm sorry, Kevin. What did you say? Don
The
Drexel
guy in the back, the guy behind the.
Oh, right. Yes.
He's probably a merchant because it's in a dungeon, right? But too bad. Should have picked better guys to hang out with.
And you're gonna magic missile there.
That's right. All of them go to that one guy.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll initiative. And Tim, it is your turn. You are in the apple barrel. Roll a d6 for initiative, please. I got a 3.
There you go.
Party got a 5. And I wish you guys could see this because the physics engine of the dice roller broke and the d6, after it rolled the 3, just slid all the way across the screen. All right. So... all right, so silence, 15-foot radius. Let's see. Well, it's not really going to matter. Let me move some miniatures.
I just realized, by the by, you can change the die size in DD Dice, which is really nice. The default is set to medium. So if mine are like monstrously huge, I'll change it back, but I'm trying out their large.
I also have large dice, but I'll leave mine small in the game.
Well, you got that scimitar. It's perfectly balanced between each die.
What is this?
Those are owlbears? Well, one's an owlbear. I don't know what the other one is.
Gentlemen, I hate to cause any upset, but as you step around the corners, stepping out of alcoves to the left and right, there are a pair of very angry-looking owl bears.
There it is.
Just letting you know that that's happening. Go ahead and roll your magic missile attacks on the person in the back there, Kevin.
All right. It's 4.
The owl bears are there. This would be a different conversation.
It's 3 plus 1 every 4 levels, right? So it should be 4. All right. It's 10 plus 4, 14.
Alrighty. Well, she absolutely hated that, and she screams a malediction at you. And
also to you.
The Catholic response to evil magic users, and to you.
Yeah.
She won't be screaming much longer.
Okay. So silence to
5 segments goes after magic missile.
Goes after magic missile. Okay. You can Gonzalo, you are now in what the Air Force calls a target rich environment. Do you want to concentrate on the goblin, or would you like to try and do something about the owl bear that you just stepped around the corner into?
Guys, help. Is there any fighting maneuver? Since I've not played first edition, so I'm just going to ask a little quick rule question. Is there any fighting maneuver I have that will make me better able to deal with multiple targets that are in melee range?
No,
but remember the owlbear hug that exists.
Yeah, you can do full defense, but that probably is going to be a bad choice.
Yeah, you could try and parry, but I've seen owlbears straight murder like 5th level plus fighters, so in less than 2 turns.
Okay.
So my advice is try and kill it hard.
All right. That's what I'm going to try. I yell a little bit, and try not to urinate on myself, and I'm going to attack it.
Tim, cut loose with some magic missiles at some goblins, or goblins, whichever works. Let's see. That is 9. You blow a goblin away. You mag dump on a goblin. Bap, 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 bap. So there's one less goblin out there to be dealt with. He can be any of the goblins you see on the board.
Pick one of the ones close to an owlbear.
All right.
It's the big white goblin on the left.
The big white goblin on the left. Yeah.
I didn't give any super chats tonight because I thought it might seem like a conflict of interest, but I'm beginning to see that was a mistake.
Take it from personal experience. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, if I let you guys super chat your way out of troubles, that would look unseemly.
I wouldn't have
So
rolled
you
a
got to do
4
it in the private side and not tell anybody.
Exactly.
Now, if something should happen to pop up into my PayPal account,
Right.
I couldn't account for. Well, I mean, that's
Well, there's nothing here right now, but if there's something here, then I wouldn't worry about what's in this other hand.
Oh, look, some careless person has left a pile of money here.
Exactly. I bet you're wishing you'd actually bought a copy of Crom
I have
now.
a copy. I've never read it. I've been not for years, anyways.
All right. No, I was talking about Crom.
Oh,
But I wish you'd paid for a copy of Crom now. That's a joke. You have more than earned your supporters' copy of Crom.
I've earned it death.
So it's you can always buy me a coffee. Gonzalo's frantically buying me 50 coffees.
You can have as many coffees as you want, but they're all pumpkin spice.
I'm not, despite the 1897 strength, I'm not really that attached to Paul. I like him. I like the 1897 strength a lot, but, you know.
All right. So move, magic missile, silence. Does silence get a saving throw?
It's an area spell. I don't think it does.
Yeah, I think it's silence ball.
No,
and it's
no save.
I did not think so. All right, so yeah, she is cut off in mid obscenity string.
You son of a!
Yeah, that's all right. She's a Volusia County girl. Dooms will get that. Yeah. She was assembling quite the collection of adjectives.
Question for you, Tim.
Mm-hmm.
If you fork a lightning bolt, can you just walk in between those two owlbears and fork one to the left and one to the right?
No, it doesn't fork that much.
No, DM said no, but I can obliterate one in the next round, hopefully.
I mean, sounds like a great idea to me.
All right.
And if you're using pull physics, it could bounce and hit the back there somewhere.
Yeah, but if I do that, the odds of Bill saying you also hit all the party members go up dramatically.
All right. So the purple is going to be the beak attack. The black ones are the claw attacks. This is going on Paul.
Sorry, Paul.
All right. So you are struck with beak and claw.
Double 18s.
Yeah. I wish I'd gone with a hug there, but that's life. All right. So you're going to take 3d6 damage. 13 points of damage to Paul. Dooms, same thing. 2 purple and 1 black. So 2 purple.
0.
AC 0. That is a beak and a claw, so that is 3d6 to you.
Ouch.
And that is 8 points of damage to you.
All right.
Okay. So Tim, you have mag dumped. You guys have silenced. You guys have magic missiled. Owl bears. Tim Elminar just feels a chill go up his spine, and he's not quite sure why.
Oh, I know why. But that's okay, because I have a lightning bolt, and we'll get even.
Tim, I'm going to tell you right now, there is no praxis by which you won't hit an ally or have the lightning bolt rebound onto you. if you try and line up like Minnesota Fats.
I'm going to go on mute for a minute and go. I don't
know. 15-foot radius.
How was it that Hubert used to do that?
Yeah, but better now than me saying, okay, go ahead and do it, and then I bounce
fine. I'll magic missile in. I've got a couple of those.
You'll magic missile an hour. All right, Kevin, how about Don?
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Can I web one of the owlbears and not hit my party member?
Because your allies are in melee with them.
Ah, son of a biscuit. Okay. That's a bunch of bullshit.
So, yeah, Dundrexel, he doesn't have a spell to help. Forget might help, but no, I'm going to step up and I'm going to attack the one on the left.
Okay.
From behind.
All right.
Because I'm a thief and stuff.
Yeah, I'll focus on the one on the left. We'll try to knock these things out one at a time.
Okay. Now Damien had a good question here. This is a good getting to understand AD&D kind of question, and that is, do zones of silence affect wands? Yes, they absolutely affect wands. Wands have activation words.
Given the closing theme song of this show, you'd think I wouldn't have been surprised by owlbears here, but I actually was, I have to say.
This isn't the first time we've had owlbears, and it probably won't be the last time they killed one of our party members.
I'll take owlbears over sewer spiders.
Or giant weasels.
Yeah. All right.
I'll just kill it.
Let's roll initiative, and Gonzalo, it is your
I'm going to
turn.
take out the goblins.
Okay, you're going to focus on the goblins. A 3. Okay. Give me a 3, a bouncy 3.
Yes.
And a 1. Okay. Gonzalo, are you fighting owlbear or goblins?
Paul is fighting owlbear.
All right. Make your attacks. 15 will hit. This is a large target, so you're going to do D12 plus obscene amount. Wow!
15.
Wow, you do a whole lot of damage to that owlbear, and he doesn't like it. I've always deemed that owlbears are belligerent suburban Midwesterners from the 1970s. So he's like, ah! He's pointing at a satin Chicago Bears bomber jacket that's now covered in his own blood. He rears back to throw his can of Schlitz at you.
Bears.
Schlitz malt liquor bowl.
Solomicus, good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Welcome. Okay, Dooms, attack the 2 goblins. That won't hit the first one. That won't hit the second one. All right, Tim, go ahead and plaster a owlbear with some magic missile. Are you attacking the one that Paul's fighting? Or are you attacking the one that Dooms is fighting?
Attacking the one on the left.
The one on the left, the one that Dooms is fighting. Okay. All right, let her rip.
11 plus
11 solid points of damage. Ah!
So was that a 3 attacks every 2 thing? Is that why the paladin got 2 attacks that time?
No, he got 2 attacks because he's fighting sub 1 hit die monsters.
Oh, I thought you were attacking them. I apologize. I thought he was attacking the owlbear. My bad.
No.
Okay. No, less attacks is better.
Okay. All right, Kevin had no spells to cast.
I was going to attack the owlbear.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead and attack the owlbear.
Yeah, okay.
You attacking the one Paul's fighting, you attacking the one Dooms is fighting?
I was doing the one on the left.
Okay, the one Dooms is fighting. All right.
Well, he's fighting goblins.
Is this a
now,
backstab?
So. Yeah, that's the thing. Is it
okay? Yeah, I mean, it's got its back to you. It is focused entirely on him. I will give you the backstab attack. You're attacking at +4 in addition to anything else. And its back is to you. So
it's +7.
Yep.
Wow.
Don't suck. Okay, 23.
You did not suck. So this is going to be a multiplier. This is going to be 1d8 times 3 +2.
Yeah. Yeah. +2. Correct.
1d8 times 3.
And there
Big
is
8.
no times on this, so I'm just going to roll it, and then we'll just have to multiply it out. Well, so
that's fine. So
2,
6,
6, 9.
9 points of damage.
Which
okay.
is sad, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah, and it's now aware of you back there. It can't. It cannot be attacked from the rear again unless you were somehow able to become invisible and silent and so on and that sort of thing.
I totally can do that. I'm going to tell it I can do that.
All right. It's not buying what you're selling, but now it's time for my beloved. I mean, for the vicious and cruel owl bears that should be defeated quickly to attack. So, Dooms, we're going to go ahead and deal with you. You are fighting the goblins, and it has been stabbed in the back. It pivots and lunges at Don Drexel. Claw bite.
See you later, guys. I'm AC1.
You're AC1. So I'm not sure.
No, that doesn't hit. None of those hit.
Prayer, right?
The prayer, so that becomes 18 and 12 for the claw attacks. The beak attack becomes 14. Let's see.
He's 5 plus 2, I think, unless he's not the standard.
I'm sorry?
5 points 2 on the hit dice for the owlbear, if it's not.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to help.
I appreciate it. All right, so all those attacks hit.
Yeah.
Don Drexel is let's see. Stop jumping around like that. Okay, so you're going to take 1d6, 1d6, 2 to 12, and then 2d8. So 16 points of damage.
All right. I am, let's see, -7.
Ugh.
You are slain outright. Sorry about that, Chief.
Yeah, it's the game.
All right. Don Drexel with a battle cry runs forward, slashes the thing, it bellows, it pivots, it grabs him. There is a horrible rending sound, and you just see Don Drexel is utterly disrupted by this thing's attacks. Okay, new round. Gonzalo. Sorry.
Yeah, you got to attack
Claw,
Paul.
claw.
Not me.
Yeah.
Paul is.
I said what I said. And none of those hits. Okay.
Does that goblin get an attack on me?
Thank you for bringing that up. Yes, he does. I don't think this is real. Yeah, no, that's not going to hit you. Okay. The remaining goblins are spending this round. They're closing in to engage. So let me move them up. They would have been moving in the previous round, so they're coming down now.
I'm not gonna lie, I just got sucked into my copy of Speculum Salvationis. Did I miss anything?
Yeah, I died.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's a game. Shit happens.
Okay, gentlemen. Here's the situation. We got a couple of badly wounded owl bears. We have clusters of goblins around you. Let's start at the top of the order. Tim, what is Elminar going to do?
Magic missile that bastard on the left.
All right, you're going to magic missile that bastard on the left. He's bleeding everywhere, so probably a cromulent thing to do. Let's see. Paul, you're going to continue to hack and slay?
Yes.
All righty. Holder, how about Holder?
I'm gonna try. There are two. Are both the owlbears are still alive? Correct.
Yes, both the owlbears are still alive.
I'm gonna try and blind the least wounded one.
Okay, you're gonna have from where you are, which is here. The owlbears are facing in this direction. You'll have to move in, and then to hit them in the face.
Okay.
All right, so that is what you are doing, and let's see. Dooms, how about it?
Attacking goblins.
All right. Gentlemen, for Don Drexel, let's roll initiative. Tim, it's your turn, D6. And a 6.
I don't think I can beat that, but maybe I can try it. 2.
All right. Okay, so claw, beak for Gonzalo. For Paul, rather, for Paul. You duck under it. Paul's just deathly afraid I'm actually going to manifest an owlbear in his house, wherever in the world he is.
No, Gonzalo's afraid of that. Paul is actually...
Gonzalo.
There's a loud knocking on your door.
Owlbears don't knock, the door just falls down.
Okay. All right, and that is a 16. That becomes a 15 on Dooms with a beak attack, and that 15 will hit you. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 6. That is 5 points of damage from a beak attack. 1, 2, 3, 4 goblins are attacking you, which I honestly don't know if a bunch of goblins. Well, there's a 19. Let me check the 19. I don't think it can because your AC 1 or minus 1. 0. I was bracketing my target there. Let's see. Up to so 1 minus 1. I rolled a 19. No, it will not. And Gonzalo, you've got Paul has 4 on him. So here we go.
I know 20 hit.
Yes, the 20 will hit, and you will take 4 points of damage. Shank. All right, so gentlemen, let's counterattack. Tim, magic missile that owl bear.
Nine plus 3 is 12.
With a sibilant word of magic, you summon forth the air into hard bolts and hurl them into the back of the owl bear. It throws its head back and bellows, and then just assumes a pose and becomes like a taxidermied statue, unmoving, unseeing through glass eyes.
And I'm not sad.
All right. Dooms, you have a group of goblins around you. That is 4 attacks, sir, that you may make.
Hit.
3. Let's see. I think that will kill it, but go ahead and roll your next attack while I check.
This would be another one. 10. AC.
A 10 will hit.
That's 8.
8. Okay. The first one you didn't kill. The second one you did kill. The third one you hit.
6.
You do not kill. The fourth one you hit.
5.
And you do not kill. So you badly injured 3 of them. You killed one of them, Gonzalo.
Paul is going to slash at the owlbear.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's a hit. And he does 7 + 5, 12.
Okay. That did not show up on my screen, but I will take your word for it. 12 points of damage, given what you had done to it before. Likewise, it staggers back under the blows, looks like it's going to slump to the floor, and then assumes almost like a taxidermied pose and just kind of becomes this sort of stuffed owl bear standing there.
Nice. You are the Hedley Lamar of describing monster deaths.
That's heady. All right. So the owl bears are no more. Only the goblins remain. And they are elite. They are of the eye gouger clans. They will stay and fight. As Joe Kaufman points out, Kevin, you've got Crom. Making a new character will be an absolute snap. And if you're out there and your character just died to an owl bear and you don't want to spend a half an hour rolling one up, reach out to me for your very own copy of Crom. All right. So, God, wave. I'm sorry. This is too funny not to put up there. One thing about Madonna is she does have a body of a man half her age. Ouch. All right. So, gentlemen,
counter. Does she keep it in a jar on her desk?
Yeah, right. All right. So, the owl bears are dealt with. Only the goblins remain. I can guess what you guys are doing. Tim, is Elminar doing anything?
I'm pretty much out of useful spells at this point, unless I want to go use a higher level one.
Okay.
I've drained my first level one, so I'm gonna stay out of the way.
Yes, and as they said in There Will Be Blood, drain. All right. So sword from Dooms and sword from Gonzalo. How about Holder? Oh, you have maneuvered into position. Do you want to cast your light spell into any goblin's eyes?
Well, the owl bears are dead. I'm already up here, so I may as well. Actually, I'd rather change that to a hold person, but it's fine.
That's fine. You can hold person.
Yeah, I'd rather hold person, I think, because at least that way I can get 3 targets.
All right. So let's roll initiative, and I don't remember whose turn it was.
I haven't in a hot minute.
All right, go ahead and you do, and we'll just pick up with you.
I just have to get back over the tab.
I got a 6.
This will give me a chance to try out this new die. Let's see. Well, that's nice and easy for me to read.
It is nice and easy to read, and it showed us a 1. So all these are on Gonzalo. Paul, excuse me. And Paul is struck 1 time. Every day I drink the blood of the lamb from Bandy's tract. All right, so that is 4 points of damage to Paul.
All right. I'm still alive.
It's Paul. He was the prophet. Sorry, I'm stuck now. I'll try to get unstuck. Here we go. These are on Dooms. All right, none of those hit Doom Sword. Dooms, go ahead. That will miss.
It's AC 8. Miss.
Yes, that is a miss. That hits.
AC2. I'm just going to go ahead and roll these
all right, that's fine.
If that's all right.
So
AC9.
Hit, miss. So miss, hit, miss, miss. So yeah, the one that you hit, roll damage.
5.
And you kill it. So you now are facing 2 goblins, and so go ahead, Paul or Gonzalo, and have Paul do his multiple attacks.
How do I roll 4 dice at one time?
Just click the dice the number of times you want to roll it, and it'll populate your. There
we go.
Let's see. I see 2 hits. Yes, 2 hits.
Okay. And each of these plus 5. So 12 and 8.
Yeah, you obliterate 2 of the goblins. Where are you holding persons at? There, are you going after the ones that are fighting dooms? There are 3 over there. Are you going after the 2 that are still standing against Gonzalo?
I'll split. I'll do 1 on Gonzalo and 2 on dooms.
Fair enough. So I have 3 saving throws to make for these guys, and they actually save better than standard goblins.
It's worth a shot.
Only one of them saves. So there are 2. Hang on.
Yeah, let's get them out of there.
I'm just going to say it. Freaking owlbears.
They suck.
Did you see my owlbears?
Yes, I
did. All right, so there are 2 goblins left, 2 goblins held. I'm guessing melee is going into these things. Let's roll initiative. And Kevin, don't think you're getting out of this just because you're dead. Doesn't mean you're not going to roll dice. Roll initiative, please.
Yeah, and the party is sad now. with my bad initiative roll.
In your defense, you could not have beaten that roll.
Yeah, I could also not. I can surprise them, I guess.
All right. That goblin misses Paul. That goblin misses Durek. Gentlemen, finish this. Good night, Jorge. Good night.
I only have 1 on me?
Yes, you've only got 1. The other one is held.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can coup de grace it, but...
Okay. So roll 1 dice?
You can attack it as many times as you have levels. So if you miss it the first time, you can just keep hitting it.
Nice.
Yes, you did hit it.
Okay.
A couple times.
Yeah, you hit it twice, actually.
I mean, the minimum I did is 10, so I'm pretty sure it's
you slay it. Dooms, same thing. You miss it the first time.
What the
hell? He's jumping around and trying to stab you with his sword.
4 points on the 3rd attack.
Okay, he stops laughing when you drive your sword into him.
Nice.
You just put your boot up on him, slide. Okay, and you have 2 goblins left alive and in stasis. As they are held.
Sicilian when death is on the line.
Yeah. Well, it certainly need to proceed to the back of the room, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll slash the one dead and move forward if I can.
Yeah, just get. Okay. All right. In the back of the room. In the back of the room.
We cannot see back there with the camera angle right now. In case you didn't.
I realize that I don't have a lot of furniture back there, so this is going to be me.
Gotcha.
So there are many shelves and cabinets of various types. There's trays of scalpels, retorts, pipettes, some kind of flexible hollow rope that looks like it's been used to siphon fluids from something, canisters, decanters, flasks of herbs, different types of knives, needle and thread. Wire so fine it could be used as thread.
There are books, you said?
Let me see. No, it's just various kinds of lab equipment. It might be useful to an alchemist, but you will have to, all the stuff will have to be hauled out of here. There's a variety of casks and tubs with brine in them, and there's body parts of various creatures in the brine.
Is there any obvious way out of this room?
Yes.
Oh.
So,
I mean, besides the way we came in.
Yes. In the back corner here.
Okay.
There's a door. Let me finish describing this room. There is a let's see. Are you guys just kind of giving the place a quick visual search?
Yeah, I'm just giving the place a quick visual. Once we've seen what it is, I'm putting myself up against the door, and I'm going to try to just put my... Does it look like it opens inwardly to us or outwardly?
It looks like it opens inward towards you.
Okay, then I'm just going to brace myself up against the door, and I'll ask the paladin to see to the magic users. Let's secure this area before we do too much.
I have
absolutely.
I have a chance at finding secret doors, so I'm gonna search around. I'm gonna do a pass. I have a 1 in 6 to notice.
Okay.
I can find notice secret door is a 1 in 6. Find secret door is 2 in 6. I'm not sure how I find concealed door is 3 in 6. I'm not sure why those are noted separately, but they are.
Alrighty.
I think one is not paying attention, not saying you're explicitly looking, and one is explicitly saying you're looking.
Okay, so I got a 1 in 3.
Let me have a quick gander at the map here. Okay, in this immediate vicinity, you do not find any secret doors. You had asked about papers and stuff, Gonzalo. When Paul goes to that corner, the shelf on the backmost wall is stacked and stuffed with papers. Yes.
Do they look like the type of papers that I've seen magic users use, like rolled up scrolls? Or
there's rolled up parchment, there's folded parchment, there's notebooks, there's all sorts of paper.
Oh, we got to take that.
There might be something here, though very unlikely, that could help Don Drexel.
All right. Paul, you are attempting to open the door. Go ahead and give me a D6 roll for door opening.
No, I'm not opening any door.
Oh, I thought you said you were running up and putting your...
No, yeah, you said it opens in towards us, right?
Yes.
I was putting my foot up. I'm bracing it so nobody can come in while we're...
I'm so sorry. I thought you were like bracing your foot on the...
No. Sorry, I didn't explain that well.
No, that's entirely okay.
I'm trying to give us a couple of minutes apiece here to figure out what's going on.
All right. So you guys are going to be searching this room for at least a few moments. And I think this is a good enough place where we can say that is what you are doing in the meantime before we return to the adventure. Listen, thank you all for being here, guys. What can I tell you? The Owlbears got the best of somebody. And it wasn't Tim. Months of buildup. I knew there were owl bears here, and I was like, "Oh boy, I wonder if Tim's going to get eaten by an owl bear."
Again.
And he did not. Again, and he did not. So, it was Kevin was in the apple barrel
Fighters
tonight.
appreciate the effort for the backstab.
So,
hey, part of the team.
All right. So, thank you all, everyone, for being here. Kevin, sorry about Don Drexel. I especially want to thank Paul, Doc, Paul again, Wave of Mutilation, and Paul a third time to cover Gonzalo's profane comments. I had a great fucking time. You guys tipped me enough that I can drop I can drop an F-bomb, but I do appreciate the supers tonight. And I appreciate my players tonight, and I appreciate you guys tonight. Please, if you haven't already, guys, if you have not already, click the subscribe button, click the bell icon for notifications. Tune in tomorrow night when my co-host Kyle Schwant will be here, and I will be in the hot seat because he's going to be running something, his TTRPG called Yes But. So don't miss that. And, well, I don't think I need to say anything about the end credits tonight. Peace. Good night. Love you all.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around. Some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle way off course? Naked as a toad all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.